In the Namibian capital Windhoek, a young woman is finding her own way of expressing life in a multicultural society. Nikhita Winkler fuses ballet and contemporary choreography with traditional cultural dances.
Dance is more than just expressing through the body. It tells a story about you. It tells a story about who you are and where you come from.
Dancing is Nikhita's life. In between rehearsals and performances, she trains the next generation of dancers with one goal in mind: to take Namibian dance to the international stage.
I hope to inspire our young dancers to go back to their roots and find the rhythms that they are born with.
Namibia, the second least densely populated country in the world. Just 2.5 million people are spread over 825,000 square kilometers. The capital city Windhoek, with a little more than 300,000 inhabitants, is a melting pot of the multiple cultures that make up the Namibian people. Nikhita Winkler calls Windhoek her home, and she expresses her life in the multicultural society through dance.
Dance is more than just expressing through the body. It tells a story about you. It tells a story about who you are and where you come from. And I have started the journey of finding my story.
Nikhita's passion for dance began when she was just 3 years old. A photo of a ballerina sent her down the path of becoming a dancer. Nikhita studied contemporary dance and choreography at Skidmore College in the US.
When I was in the US, I felt that people there were very competitive. There are a lot of opportunities, and that's what's amazing about having been there.
After completing her degree in 2015, she decided it was time to return home.
When I returned to Namibia from the US, I was predominantly trained in Western forms of dance, and I felt that I didn't connect to the audience. So I had to find a way to draw in more audience, more Namibian audience, and to connect with them. As someone who is both of Western and African mixed blood, I found it important to integrate African dance, traditional dance, into my work.
Nikhita draws from her repertoire of ballet, contemporary and traditional dance moves. She intuitively choreographs a fusion according to the performance space. Rehearsal is key to finding the appropriate way of fusing the multiple styles into one coherent performance.
I have to be prepared. So if that means coming to rehearse alone, I'm there by myself, imagining the music. Yeah, but I have to feel prepared.
Nikhita and dance partner West are rehearsing in what will be their performance space for the opening of the Windhoek International Dance Festival. The unusual choice of venue is deeply rooted in Nikhita's vision.
Namibia needs more dance made in public spaces, in different spaces, so that people can experience dance differently and it enters their space.
Drummer Taps is the last member of the performance trio.
So I can sit here and I face you guys.
Because we are Africans and we dance, we are born with rhythms. Because of that, people see it as, a dancer is a dancer. Like, I can also dance. The training, it's not visible to the eye of the public. They don't see how much craft goes into the work, into being a dancer, into being able to call yourself a professional dancer.
Back at home, Nikita's mother Pearl and Nikita's friend Wilhelmina have prepared some traditional Namibian soul food.
Yeah. Yes, the Windhoek International Dance Festival. So the opening night is on Monday. Are you coming? I love my family. I think we are an amazing smarty box because we are so diverse. And what makes that great is that I can learn and I can take from all the cultures in my family.
Nikita's brother Vladimir and his daughter Violet are joining the big family lunch. And so is cousin Deborah and Aunt Ndeyapo. The family originates from Lesotho. Over the years, various Namibian ethnic groups complemented the bloodline, including the Ovambo people, the colored people, and the Germans.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
So whenever we are together, you will find you call it the yellow bones, the black bones, the brown bones. But when we are together, it's a crazy group of people together. It's just love that is shining out.
It's doggy bag for more. I can net 'n bietjie eet dan soek ek myne vir môre.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
You can never go wrong with traditional food.
I think you can. We come from a traditional.
Many traditions.
Is it not because we are in Africa?
Yes.
Yeah, we are mixed cultures now.
My mom has turned me into the beautiful woman that I am. I think she's just more than a mom. She's a manager, she's a designer, she dresses me, she takes care of me.
Wat het jy die pictures gekry? Die foto's het ek geneem en gedevelop.
Don't know.
Dis as jy net kom kyk as jy nou 'n lady. Die tone, my stuk in 'n bloeiende tone. Oh.
Yeah, I remember the one day, my voet het gebloei in die skoene.
Ons was almal die laaste geweest met die costumes.
Yeah, that's done with the
It's
costume.
done with the costumes. We were always almost last. When other people are done, then we still struggle to get our costumes done. Maar hoe voel jy? What goes through your mind if you see like that? Wow.
When I see these pictures, I think about everyone else's lives right now, not just myself.
Where they
Because
are,
these
what they're
pictures are in
doing.
a context. Yes. So I don't really have a feeling about myself and myself as a dancer. I'm more looking at everyone else and how we used to dance together and that I'm the only one still dancing.
Rare. Nikita was like a flower. She used every time in the morning when she gets up, she was like smiling. So we used to call her Blommiekie. So she was like always shining and rising like a butterfly, kind of, what I say. I knew by that time when she was small, like, to let her do her thing, her passion, her dream. Because she had that passion, I think that was the only thing I could say that she could do and maybe, make a success.
So Tilly is about to come over to train me. Tilly has been teaching me Oshirwambo dances. She's about to come over.
Say tate.
Tate.
Tate. Tate.
When you dance saying tate, it's just we normally we feel that we respect more our dead when it comes to culture. So we just dance with saying you call out your dead. You are just giving that respect of saying my dad, my dad. It's just like it's towards the ancestors and all that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you don't really have to look on your feet, so you look at your audience. Yes, there. There we go. And 3, 1.
The Ovambo people are the largest of Namibia's multiple ethnic groups, making up roughly half of the country's population.
When jumping, you need to hold the skirt, especially when you're having the dress on.
Okay.
We don't like showing whatever is under, so you need to hold as you dance.
So
it's just a sign of respect.
Is that all the time, or what if you have something underneath, like the other skirt?
Bring your skirt there, underneath skirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if I
Yes.
move, it's still
Yes. So this one is the underneath skirt.
Yeah.
So as you're dancing, this goes up. Yes. So that one is still sitting on. But it's fine. As you do your fusion, obviously there will be some steps whereby you're going out of where you have to use your hands. So that's why you have the underneath skirt.
Okay. All right.
Yes. 1, 2. Anyway, even front ones. It's just a style. It's just a style to show that you are starting the traditional dance.
Okay, so this is usually the start.
No, in some styles. Okay. So this is just a style for you to show that here I come. So it's there. You just do it anyway.
All right. So if you're done with that, would you then go into the
Then you go into the dance.
into your dance?
Yes. But don't forget always to give eye contact to your audience and just smile. For them to see that you are enjoying the dance. Yes.
You learn that when you're little, or how is it taught to you?
Most people, they started with while being young, especially if your parents are active within when it comes to culture. From the age when you're still young, you dance until you come. That's it.
Maintaining the extreme fitness required of dancers, Nikhita challenges herself physically and mentally in a boxing gym where she is the only woman.
My coach always says, train hard, fight easy. And that translates throughout my life. I feel that I have the warrior spirit of a boxer, and it not only trains my body, but it has trained my mind.
The next morning, Nikhita visits the College of the Arts in the center of town. It was at this dance and music school that Nikhita learned her first steps as a little ballerina. Many years later, the student has become the teacher. Nikhita gives private lessons to one of her most promising learners, Leclou.
Leclou has never had any formal training, and I'm very impressed by his commitment and determination to be better than what he is.
2.
Yes! You're not getting up fast enough. You're getting up very slow. And if you get up very slow, you're not going to have balance and stability. To me, that warms my heart to see someone who loves dancing so much, who has so much talent and potential for dancing. He was just born to be a dancer.
The intense training is preparing Leclou for competition. Should Leclou win, he could perform for talent scouts from Los Angeles.
Dance means everything to me. It's basically my world. It's all I have. Without it, there probably wouldn't be a me. I just think that I'll be dead inside if I didn't have dance in my life.
Nikhita is attending the routine rehearsal of the Makona Ngwao cultural group. Makona Ngwao celebrates the Tswana culture, a minority population group from eastern Namibia.
You are clapping, you need to smile or else you don't enjoy the performance. Or like you look like you are just there because you're forced to be there if you don't smile. So once you smile, like everything looks perfect.
Nikhita is in the process of joining the cultural group. Some of the Tswana moves have influenced her dance fusion.
The energy of traditional dance is very different than the energy of ballet. It comes from the stomping of your feet all the way through your body, through your smile, through your engagement of the dance. It's a very different energy. Ballet, you can pretend to enjoy it, but you can be in a lot of pain. With traditional dance, you just have to enjoy it. And then it will look natural, it will feel natural, and that's the only way that you will feel the joy and excitement of doing traditional dance.
Makona Ngwao was founded in 2007. Since then, the group has been performing all around Namibia and the world.
I didn't want my culture to die because, we are like the minority group in Namibia. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't want another culture to take over our people as well. So I decided I'm going to start this group and I'm going to make sure the culture stays there.
A familiar face is among the ranks of Makona Ngwao, Tilly, Nikita's Ovambo dance instructor.
I grew up with Tswana-speaking people from church. So when we go to church and we have fun days, the Tswana group gather themselves and perform. So I fell in love with the dancing, and I told myself I'm gonna do this as well. So I started dancing the Tswana dance without even realizing that, wow, I got it.
Just like ballet is becoming modernized, so should our traditional dances be brought into the public eye, be brought out onto the stage, so that we can have little dancers who don't just want to be ballerinas, but traditional dancers that want to learn how to dance like our African dancers.
Sharing the passion for dance features prominently in Nikita's life, especially when she teaches ballet in Ochomwise Township. In recent years, the Dutch NGO Orange Babies has built the Papa Center in this neighborhood.
7, 8, we go, 1, 2.
Nikita's students live in the shacks surrounding the school grounds.
7 and point, 2, 3, 4. Still keep the pinky toes down. As part of the progression of dance, it is important that we reach all corners of Namibia. It's called decentralizing dance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything we do, we spend a lot of time doing so that you guys can be strong, so you can end up jumping, you can end up traveling, you can end up dancing. And up, squeeze. Down. Ballet really challenges their minds and their bodies. Ballet teaches posture. Ballet teaches confidence. 2, beautiful. And pull it in. 1 and 2. It's very important as a foundational training for them to shape their bodies into dance bodies, for them to have a different understanding of how to engage their muscles, their breath. And change. Then you're going to go down and up, down and up. So when I see my students training in class, it reminds me of what ballet did for me and the doors that it opened up for me into the dance world. 1 and 2. That's too high. Drop. That's too high. what I see in their bodies and their understanding of how they're using their bodies, I can see so much potential in what's possible for them as they start to become dancers.
To listen to Miss when she's saying something.
We look after our bodies first. Because if you're a dancer and you don't look after your body, what happens? You can't dance. Huh? So everywhere, every day, doesn't matter where you are playing soccer, you look after your body first.
The Windhoek International Dance Festival will kick off later today. Nikhita and West are doing a final rehearsal for their performance in a public space, moving away from traditional stages. But it has its challenges.
Space is difficult. The space is very difficult.
I'm feeling, I don't know how I feel, but then I'm ready because now there's a challenge.
But we can see it as a very abstract piece. It's in an abstract space, you know? You've already abstracted the space. To bring traditional dance to the stage is to find ways to fuse it, to make it more modern, to make it more contemporary.
This is the only way that needs to take place in Namibia. Since we have been dancing ballet contemporarily, and the problem is that sometimes we're also arguing that saying our parents, our brothers and sisters, they are not coming to our shows because everything that we are dancing, they don't know it. We need to inherit what is ours, not always inherit foreign things always, but also as Namibian, also we need to be proud of our Namibian style, or maybe also our traditional or cultural dance.
Observing Nikita's performance is fellow choreographer and dance lecturer Trixie Munyama, whose opinion matters to her.
I do experience challenges with the fusion style because every time I perform in the cultural dress, I feel that there are always critical eyes. I'm not an Oshibambo woman, but I'm wearing an Oshibambo dress and I'm performing the Oshibambo dance in a fusion. I think it would be cultural appropriation if I wasn't engaging the traditional steps and if I was wearing the dress inappropriately.
It's a great translation of traditional dance. You understand it, you've seen it, and you can translate that in your body, and that's very complicated to do when you're not specifically from the culture. So that part it's clean already. What I would love to see more is actually the energy of the feet work translated and coming out into your body. So less programmed, less rigid movements, but allowing yourself to just be free and to understand that this energy from the ground carries through and it goes out.
Nikhita needs some alone time before the performance.
We do not have a lot of dance audience yet, and that's why the dance festival is so important. It's to bring dance to the people and the people to dance. It's for them to experience dance, and all of that is to make dance more visible in Namibia.
A Amid the audience is the woman who empowered the 3-year-old girl dreaming of becoming a ballerina, Nikita's mother Pearl.
Yeah, I get goosebumps. I want to go on stage with her. I can't do it. We can see everything that she put into all these years. It's not the end result yet, but it's going into there. She's moving. You can see she's moving forward.
I think it was an amazing performance, regardless of the number of people that were there. After the show, I'm very exhausted. When I'm performing, I usually give everything. So I need a moment. I always need a moment to catch my breath. My aftercare is very important to me because it's how I restore my body. It's how my body and I work together, and it's how we build trust. It's how I can, take the risk to dance bare feet, because I know afterwards I'm going to take care of it. We are here for the SWAPO fundraising gala dinner, and I'm about to have a very big performance. I don't think I've ever performed in front of such an audience. It was during the Windhoek International Dance Festival opening performance that someone had spotted me and really enjoyed the performance, and then asked me if I could do a performance here. I do know that part of all the nervousness that I have is because I'm so excited to be performing with everyone and to be a part of the cultural groups and to have so many traditional experiences. And I definitely know that the audience will be shocked. It is something that I haven't seen before. I think I've practiced hard. And I think it comes from a genuine place. So I think I deserve it. All right, now I need to perform.